Hello, and welcome to Friendship Today. I'm Tanner, and our show is dedicated to telling the stories at our Friendship High School. Have you ever been curious about what it's like to be a librarian? Friendship Today producers show you what it's like here at Friendship High School.
In education for 23 years, but I've been a librarian for 19, and I've been at Frenship for 19 as well. Lots of benefits in being in the library. I get to be a support for the teachers, a support for the kids. I get to work with the kids, talk with the kids, work with the teachers, collaborate with them. I also get to read a lot of the books, which I enjoy reading, and I get to research, so I am always learning as well as the kids, and I think it's fun to research and to learn more things, and the more you know, I think the more exciting life becomes. So yeah, I think there's a lot of benefits just being in this atmosphere.
Have you ever wondered what Sports Crew is and what we do? Here are some people from Sports Crew to tell you all about it.
Yeah, I'm on. Stand by, replay.
Friendship.tv Sports Crew is involved in all the sports. We cover football, volleyball, basketball, soccer. We also cover baseball and softball. I think about the only sport of course we did some wrestling this year. The only sport that we haven't really, or a couple sports we haven't done, is like tennis and golf. But we'll probably do feature stories about them, but we don't actually go out and do the entire event.
I've always liked doing audio video. It's one of my passions. It's what I want to do in the future. And this is, doing the Sports Crew is kind of just me being able to do what I want to do and practice what I want to do, and then I'm also making money, but that's not really the main reason. I would still do it even if I wasn't making money.
I like the people. That's the number one thing, is the teacher, the students, and everyone involved. It's only because everyone that is in the sports team, we all know each other. We've all gotten to know each other throughout the years, and we all work really well together. So I think that's a very important thing when it comes to working in a field like this, is that you have to know how to work well with others, because you're all on a team out there on the sports field, and you just got to know how to work well.
Oh yeah, I get nervous sometimes whenever there are live games, but if you want to overcome that, you just need more practice, more time, learning the camera in and out, and you just need to believe that you could do it, and I think anyone could. I think the experience from this will definitely help me because of all the experience that I've gotten from the past 1.5 years from doing it, and I'll be doing the same 1.5 years the following year. So I think that 3 years of experience will definitely get you somewhere when talking about filming sports games.
So the advice that I would give to a young person who is looking to get into sports broadcasting is to be flexible. You are going to start in a kind of a lowly position. You're going to end up as a grip or something like that, where you're following someone else around and making sure that their line doesn't tangle, or you're going to end up with some of the less glamorous jobs. But the thing is once you get into this industry and prove what you're capable of doing, you're really going to grow and grow fast. Like I said, it is continually evolving and growing, so the opportunities are there. The key thing that I think a young person needs to understand is stick with it. Keep pursuing those jobs, or trying to get on with a company who does nothing but sports production. And once you're there, you will grow with it, and they will hang on to you, because once you prove that you're a valuable asset to the production, they will want you bad.
It's a new year with new beginnings, and we have all new goals we are trying to accomplish. Take a look at what some students' and New Year's resolutions are.
Everyone has New Year's resolutions. We have taken to the halls of Frenship High School to see what the students have in store for the upcoming decade.
My New Year's resolution is probably to not take everything so personally.
I want to get Heelys and learn some cool tricks like flips and etc. with them.
To actually read the books I'm supposed to in my English class.
My resolutions this year, my goals are to be more active, drink more water, and spend more time with my family.
To get skinny and probably exercise, I guess.
I just need to focus and to really find what's important and take that in and make sure that I'm doing that all year long.
My New Year's resolution is to keep my grades up.
My New Year's resolution is to I don't know, maybe exercise more and eat.
My New Year's resolution is to stay positive and probably lose some weight and out pizza the Hut.
To graduate, get all my classes done and all that, go in the military. That's what I want to do. That's it.
My New Year's resolution is to stay in the gym and get stronger.
To work out more, run more, get fit.
I want to become more positive towards myself, maybe.
To get bigger and stronger to get ready for next football season, because I'm going to Lubbock High and I want to try to beat the guy who is the starting quarterback.
Thank you for spending time with us, and my name is Solis Castillo, and I'm signing out.
Elements, atoms, and reactions. These are some focal points of chemistry. Let's see how Miss Shunky perceives her own chemistry class.
My name is Nancy Shunky. I teach pre-AP and on-level chemistry. I'm here at Frenship, also help with the robotics team. I originally didn't think I'd be a teacher. I was planning on going to pharmacy school. And when I was in college, I learned a lot about myself. And I ended up getting a job substitute teaching in the classroom. And I remember standing there, I was trying to teach a difficult concept in chemistry, and the kids just kind of looked like they didn't really understand what was going on. And for a moment, I thought to myself, I don't even remember when I learned this, and I knew and understand how they felt at that moment. And from then, it became a challenge to me. How can I help them understand? How can I help them see this concept like I do now, the way that I understand it now? And I just really grabbed onto that. I thought this will be fun, this will be exciting, and I like to be creative. And so I felt like I could bring that creativity into a love of science as well. So that's kind of how I got the ball rolling, and now here I am 23 years later. My ultimate goal is to help students learn and understand that learning helps them no matter whether they're in chemistry or in math, that learning is a lifetime process. I like to do a number of things outside of school. I'm a big Star Wars fan, and I'm involved with a group of people that dress and build Star Wars droids and wear costumes, and we go out and give to the community by visiting children in the hospital or going to events and showing off our love for Star Wars, but also making a lot of fun. I'm not going to quote this exactly, but there's a quote by Albert Einstein where he talks about never stop questioning, and I really feel that applies to science and things we do every day. That you don't want to just be content with the answer that you get. You always want to look and see if there's more, because in science and in things we do every day, there's usually always more to learn. So you may learn one thing, and then there's more that you can learn about that you might ask more questions, because it may get you to another point that you didn't imagine that you could understand. So that's one that I really like, especially in an approach to being a teacher.
Are you interested in working in teams involving designing, building, and programming a robot and putting it to the test for varieties of competition? Here's Mr. Holloway to tell you all about it.
Really what we designed this program around is making a place where all the students, whether they have a desire to build a robot or not, have a place to come and belong, because we do everything in robotics, from build financial plans to social marketing to advertising to designing, whether it be computer-aided design, drafting, drawing, art. So we've really tried to build our program to where we have a place for anybody, whether it's just about a robot or not. We really don't use robots as what you'd say an advantage. What we use a robot for is to build the student up in whatever skill set they think they may have or have a passion for. That's what we play on, is what is their passion. Right now our class is working on, we're into our robotics season competition. They just revealed the game this year on January the 4th. It's all Star Wars themed. So they're having to construct a robot that will pick up these balls and shoot them through a certain obstacle. Then they'll have to spin a big 3-foot wheel around, and then they'll have to grab a mechanism and lift their entire robot up off the ground and balance this mechanism with another robot. So that's what they're concentrating on right now. We've got about 4 more weeks of our build season before we start competitions. So that's where we spend most of our time right now. We're probably upwards of kids outside of the classroom. They've probably spent 500 or 600 hours outside the classroom right now. We've got about 40 kids on the team, and every day there's anywhere from 20 to 25 in working on something, whether it's marketing the chairman's presentation, whether they're building the robot, or they're designing on the computer, or they're programming it. They're all over the place, so we have many facets in robotics. One of the things we're concentrating this year is, last year we kind of used some kit pieces where we just kind of had to assemble them and then make it work. My goal this year was for them to actually design a complete robot from scratch. So what we're really working on is honing in on designing it on the computer so that we can use simulations to see if it's going to function properly. And then that design team transfers their ideals out here to the shop, and the kids take their plans and they're actually building what these other guys are designing on the computer. Hopefully 100% better. I mean, we did very well last year. We made it all the way to the state competition. Their goal this year is to make it to the world competition. This year is a little bit more challenging because they built a smaller robot, but we still have to get all the electronics and all the programming and get it to do all the tasks and functions that we want it to do. So they're having to kind of slow down and take a step back and really think through their processes as we go to make sure that they're achieving each goal and that they're prioritizing what their outcome is. I would have to say the collaboration this year is probably spot on. Even though our team is divided up into many different facets, they're all communicating with each other. They've realized, and we've had those discussions, that you can't build a team and nobody not talk to each other. So, you know, the design team is really collaborating with the build team to make sure that the build team is able to understand their outcome, and then the build team is communicating with the programmers so that the programmers know where all these mechanisms are going to be so they can get the right code in. And then our chairman's team is coming out and really observing what's going on so they can talk about the robot in their presentation. The finance team is coming out and they're documenting, because we have to document how much money we put into this robot. So they're actually coming out and really observing what's going on. They're getting with the design team and they're researching, and I'm really pleased with the way it's turning out this year. We've got probably 100% collaboration amongst all of our teams in robotics.